Dean. Chala, boko de.
Na me adom.
You watch.
Well we need to. Ejuma na dey akote kakra.
Boko de.
Enya, already adom ye guso.
You say the Jamadin now tie shesha. Me who na che. I say Juma na kwatete. It's all good.
Yeah. Say discover fie dia because yeah bank
yeah some of mine.
Yeah. Mranti emi no eka MPP communication team no ho. Ono me no mo eba bedin komo na 2TV oman na ya affiliate stations NAP Ash no mo aka nyina ya mo bia akwaba. Ne ya bedi hon komo na wotwe awiye enkomo be na akoso say oko information ministry na wo de won sem akoto dwa say asuye a ban enhyehyeye mu no wo mo ye adwuma no fisheries ministry no na ekoye nsem be na de koto dwa e ho John Dramani Mahama so ne na mo keka ne nsem a say thank you to no wo you senso so say campaign na wo you minim say this is omo yi omo flag bearer oguso o ye campaign na ye be president nso guso a nyuma hodo a wa ye opa hontuma na yesaso san hyase oguso san komo yi ene nsema hodo e wo ho job fair ono mo a epa adwuma ye mabu no eno nso anope ye di ho komo kakra e beto aso ns mame fa hyase e wo job fair no
de me hyase
mame fa hyase e wo job fair no
meda obibia ase na tu ene Omai FM atiefo ene management wa ha nyina ye beda omo ase so omo atie ye no se betina ha na obia turning the radio off ana ochinkoto ba bia obia ntie ye ntie ya me de metina ase ana me de ni die kase ama omo ada omo nyina ase so omo ntie no omo nkoso nso ntie na tu na ha na nsem papa no wo ukọ ba bi na obi ko dane nsem na ani na oka bibia opa bi a kire wa ene na wa ojejireje na mini Agyapong so ti said you can maintain and garden to me who staircase and say hey minia na see o say okoye ni odini hu shall give freezer mu kakra baba be drive na akwaba na job fair no na meteye no utumu say the papa one of the very good programs are
me person ye koye kakra.
Okay.
Didn't you have a chance in? I know. Yes, because youth employment any home any man my penny for abreso rock or you married do no matter romantic. Utumi ye juma wom pa. Modules are hold one go ho and then my hold one mebunu comb. Within 8 years I NDC buy no. Meaning so monetary cause saying a fee na buy a sign. Shase efofo ntina medo shase ne yakọ echi
ka say the men shase na me tie ase
yes
wo hwe said ye share national youth employment programs at time no na sa na ye friend no said ye si shase no bibi na ekofa baaye yewura akufo obeba no na Rollins atena so mfie dunkron na adwuma sem ne niama we have gone through a lot of challenges tina adwuma sem na hu odin pa nti yewura akufo baaye no obeka ya Ghana fo ani so ade hunu ani omo expectation na was ro pa nti yewura akufo kan say wo mo a omo be pese omo benya adwuma no ye nkonko register ukaya there was some registration process bi nipa bufa so ye ko register we ye na ehun say numbers na wo hono so pa nti yewura akufo ne na ban mu mpanimfo bo modern say omo be pekwan a ye be fa so a ye di be so anu say ye ntimi eliminate unemployment no kra na omo be bra no ase nti eno ho plan ni niama na for ya by 2006 no na ya ye youth employment no ama na begina ho share ase no so no share ase with a number of models say about 9 or 10 or so models no omo be boa ama nkrofo anya adwuma wo akwan bebre so yes at time no na yes be starting national health insurance enti employing for ase no mo kan say Ghana nurse for nshare dan no so and I say o pese u call hospital sabri ana afi na ye kwa training a nurse for mfie miensa ansa na wo mo adikan ebeba app enti say ye be free a nurse for no ama omo atumi aye adwuma ni yie no na kire say wo mo a nurse ni anka sabi o sabi mpredua san obi apra na ono na obasiesie kuro na ama no ne niama na ne ye training nketwa ni bia obetumi aye ne ntem se ne be ya obetumi anya nurse fo ama mo aye adwuma na nkasa nurse adwuma na ye nurse adwuma e mu pi na nkasa no omo be ye enomu saa na police fo na ehu wonsem kakra nti ye trainee CPU anomu eboa direct traffic Anyama community policing system no so na the whole plan was to increase it to midi or more use within the communities into more directed traffic and so on and so forth. Internship crab by ya no more tisa napco no sana net no juma na ndc for by no there was one significant thing that they make one obia ni ho no mu a obetumi aye bibi achen de onu ankasa de ade ne baaye no ndc for baaye no no mo se mu de me kai da ko na buga pele frɛ ye nyina no se no mo yesi mu ye MPP for na mo aban any power bio nti ye ni mu ye adwuma enye frɛ ye nkotena adan mu nti free na ekɔ no ye ne mo ton kwanta
ya pai
ho no mo se san no mo be ye na jida na me explain say eno de omo beje free ensem ena omo di musika nyina na omo kote da boko na omo tu ne din jida ena eno nso ye nim jida mu nsem a epie mu a ede papa ya mbo ne din sesi a buga pele eko wie efiase a afe na yewura na danko akufo-addo apaden no ehu no mobo a ode ne ho ache no say onti aponti enti
ono an frame man the smile na o mamle
we offer ye nyina call meeting e won the office no ka che ye mpin ade chin ye no na let us cry ye nyina say obi anko fie mu ye MPP for that raising his grounds and say mu ye MPP for enti mu free honko na ye nyina ye di free ho be me metimi atena ha ka che say omo aye de omo betumi bia bet ade ne nya wo dia ye untumi nye
anya odia
mama nka nche ye be free hono ansa na ye be lu super wa na ye wo program bia eno no ye de beboa artisans nti ye mfa ne say wo ye welder wo ye doors wo ye gate ye say aban ye ode ye be hwe wadwuma no say de siti ye say betumi afa nipa be ye enum ni akire a saa nipa num na ye bia omune na ho omuni adwuma say obetumi a kire wo mo adwuma na wafa wo mo adwuma na oni omo aye adwuma aban be ma osika na wo de a hwe wadwuma no. So it was also to solve the unemployment problem. But me kai da kru bi ye free ho na chire no na me share boy ba kwa ono mo be fa no finally we free mu kakra. Enti omo fa no na bisa say na Patrick wo ko hin oni ma asem o ka je no o sa o project na wo ka no ya start ye ho adwuma pa na ye kama na ye call proposal writing meeting and I'm going to say me my project proposal writing. Maybe how I said it. Proposal writing say project no ntiase de na nka ye be ye no ntiase enti no afa de ye kotenase na ya je sitting allowance ma ya ba betenase de ye nka ye ba be ye ni nyina no atonsu emwa na nka ye de be bo amrante ni mabawa a omo wonsa no adwuma sa project no ye de free baby na buy nka ye ba be sha ase a MPP lo super wa enti de ye pesa ye kira ne say de ade ne nya wo de a ubebo homodia enso no entumi nkosiaga. So you saw Jida. Fast forward to the current administration. Current administration we say you separate what used to be internship under National Youth Employment Program no ye friend no ye de koye NAPCO. All the other programs no omo bomodin so omo now they brought something quite innovative.
Koso
And when they say emrante ni mabawa mo pe adwuma no young sorry that process munyina ye be pay adwuma mamo because I adwuma no may not be there. So the omoye ni say adwuma wo mo adwuma wurafo any wo mo e pay adwuma ye be ka mo mienu nyina abom na ya fa wo mo e pay adwuma no na ya fa wo adwuma wurafo no na ye ni wo mo abetena ase na mo ankasa nipa ni nie hwehwem de wow gidi say oni ne ye adwuma na be boa na be ye we interview no na say ne said ye all canon 7 in yamane so when you share his qualification in his certificate na so when here na wa fa na adwuma enti eno na ekofa job fair ni we no buy no enti job fair ni is mainly why you are creating portal a creative website utumi ko ho a wankasa oni nkrata no nyama otumi di kogu ho adwumayefo ewo access a ono so pe nipa afa na adwuma mu a otumi kɔ ho no ɔkɔ ho no mu a na wakɔhwɛ me pe obi a wo master's degree okay we no mu wo master's degree me pe obi a wo sa skills we we no mu wo sa skills we na we na wa frɛ mo na wa interview mo fofofofo easy very easy digitization e so mfa so bi no the mranti a omukuta envelope ni niama de na mukromu a odi pe adwuma no you can just go to a one stop shop a website na wetumi akɔye
Medase mamintie jama din kakra na mesan aba so bio na ya hwesa innovation aban de aba ene emfaso e wo se mabunu no enya e wo so jama din ade ba ko a ha dwen chromatitu the use of the social media and internet no by the youth ebinom de adwuma enya so mfaso ebinom so kwan omde nam so no sometimes we bisa say enti o 10 cities a wo de call social media ade ko hwe obi a wodidi atem ade ko hwe obi a ade a ekone nko yi ade na wonfa enye bibi foforo enkomo be no ewo krom ewo sanema ekoso no
first of all mamentia ya hwefo ni etifo na mentia munina mobojamaden mutumi eboderu ma amansen ehu ejuma pa aban ne ye ntese no waka no so man no betu mpon a din na ejina niema me no ni na ebeye ede amoma ni etimi etu mpon aban ne beye na fem but ye youth no so e chese ye take on a certain attitude, positive attitude towards Omaeno Mpuntu. Why Mamenka social media? First of all, social media has its advantages. Far outweigh disadvantages. No, a platform Name P was the oye bia we see when you use social media positively. It's a platform bigger than any media or the traditional media platforms. Whatever you're doing, or you're carpenter new, or to social media, ubenya customers. Or even driver, crowd to social media, ubenya customers. The uyebia, utonkosi, utopinkaso, utonkuku. Nene na udi to social media so ubenya ama ubetimi aton ade a wotona ama na kwechiri. Yen na enim say the world has become a global village. Obi timi wo Ghana, abra woton ade mo obi a o US and UK. In a platform we are here can asem so. So mind blogging say yem bebuno na ya ban instead of say yebe esua the positive aspect to ye advantage no. Yet se ho ni edidi mpenyefo atam. Sabe ye ne hwekra ye wonte te ye. Ope insesaye a enye didi atam ne ye de ye insesaye. It begins from you as nipa na open insesaye no. Then na o ye di enya insesaye no. Ansana with me when you bet me be opportunities are available created by Abano. Ya by me no de na say na ejuma ni omayimo. Ye di omani kosi awawa emma niema ye den IMF na ye koi ye ba be koi kra ye twankontompo kire Ghana for e ka che omo say ye ko for policy credibility. Omo munim de ibisas na policy credibility amukui ya kwa IMF my P akwa IMF ye ni bibia e friend policy credibility kasa moko bobosia mu de omo hani ko sia wo a e no mo se de bi omo ko policy credibility omo ko senchi e ko trade ni na ye hu mfaso bi e free mobile nanso niema de beda ho clear ma ye hu se omo akwa IMF no ye realize say yentimi mfeju maefo na nurses backtrack 2012 ne mfa nurse ba kokra teacher for omu wi a ejuma bi ani ho omu ayefo omu kra omu kira de 2 years 3 years ɔman no ana aban na na ɛwɔ so no etimi hwɛ omanim ka sɛ edwuma we ni na ye twabo na bosome biensa nkwan de betimi atwa oka president Ibayo ka sɛ no ɔman ni ntimi nsisi ɔmo saa nti mo de motwie ni de edwuma mo aye ni na ye ntwa mo ka no metwa mo ka ɛna Arias ɔmo ka ɔmo frɛ no bibi Arias. I've forgotten the name. Now say I think last 2 years comedy call home strike. And I buy the case me chia and I'm gusu chia me chia na kakra momo. Me no kasi yetimi chia ni na ma teacher for no. Aside that, you create opportunities for the youth under NEP, under COVET, under YE, under various departments and agencies. Yet me by any be clear all the nurses arrears 2022 ekosi afia me na wokase teacher for yet me for mo ejuma to support free SHS and ofa bibia o hwese ne o man ne ko ne se ne yesese ne ma na ohia komsheni bi no wabeka kire say o man no is moving in the right direction. Oko outside the countries, the whites and the Western or the developed countries, no. Okwa unfa CV enko boponom say oh kokoko me babe page you. What they do is say they have a digitized platform where omo muhi ejuma advertiser also who are also pay juma omo muhi ejuma efo no omo advertiser also wa also pay juma no obekọ na wo CV na obi bia akọ upload wo so na ometimi they find a way to connect the two of you on the digitized platform now meno ana o man yi mbebu no ni didi mpenyefo atem. That is what they use to employ people, and you've experienced it unim how like the benefits in it. You don't even waste resources to transport yourself from one office to the other. You sit in the comfort of your home and you are connected to an agency and a company in here ejuma. So I'll commend the YE in CEOs no. Justin Kodua Frimpong, he's doing a marvelous job. It all falls down with the vice president and the president's friend is saying digitization drive. If you want to transform a country, just will reduce the interfaces of people. Sisika oko bibina oko create card tax crisis say ultimate it online bibia. But me discount be mawa. There be a fiscal cash neighbor no. There is an opportunity for you to be corrupt because temptations will schedule. But you have a digitized platform. It is buying the national we buying a futum send our kind. Ombet media impuntunjuma. Impuntunjuma yeke. When you go outside the country, which most of them develop, what they have is they tax you. What they have is they find ways to generate revenue for the country. The obeyebiya omutieska trolley. You have to put in money before you can get a trolley, and that is what they do. So kakra yes you know. If we want this country to develop, let us embrace the digitization drive. Let us take advantage of it. Use it positively. Or mind a bit the needed revenue to be able to develop this country for you and I.
But I say, Ernest, before I met Tom, the Kakra, the Abano, we have platform and they DP Abana create. Unlike Momo time, no, so I now say, just any panel work on no apply, corner bra. Sometimes crab when they be a more office no, far from crowd fish or they airban. Sika obetua nomne ade 8 years a won temo ho no ento aso ben na etimi bae sabre de hu se afei aban ya ma why wa channel program no yie platform obetumi akoho bra adwumayefo nso so advertise o munwuma ho na wakọ kire ne a wo pe time wana mo di animu ana eba foforo no difficulties be na mo nya fofun se ene aban ebo amasa de let me afio.
Okay. I'm say what come back. So time now the digital face of the world na a mass around 2000 no. Now the kind of platforms we have now no na fina page na mobile phone kra no around the year 2000 no na fina bagana na nyan theater city said the iron and then we were doing things manual. Prior to that, when we call banker, connected banks here, we are seeing network banks. Until say as the digital drive goes on, Nanyama air improve and Osha said yeah, ran down akufo-addo by started championing our digital drive, you know. We are moving at a higher pace than we used to. In fact, under Mahama Mills, now the digital platforms now assess a 2.0. Then so one who the kind of pace air corner and cost within that period. Because they say I buy their yenny project. Say Bibia paperless ports. My men corner the crater we na me di free na me di call we hona ubeko round ube by hunsem bebre guru boy be jinishe usha DV earlier sisi out wa na wa call online na wa register no to say the digital drive of the country no have been accelerated under the current government.
Do you see say abana monto meet the expectations of the youth baby and we are say
in my opinion that is the best of the in fact this is the best time we have had under this digital drive.
Okay.
In fact, from 2009, now we could have done something. In fact, we would have done certain things, but say we found as a project. Now we're two and near so said me per se bibia obi person apply juma o person ko soldier ko na apply online o person ko police when was drive no na your man attention to say your man attention. So this is a very serious revolution within the setup. Emrante ne mabawa nso no e ho na yawo wo mo egu se wo hwa o bakete na e bia o tifia afi na o se ukuta o phone fa o phone na na o person o jifri unsem they yawo wo mo with some computer from computer children na ya na me ma me friend kwala no se kwala computer kwala we die their thinking has become different. Ultimate for TV remote now I saw now we do no. Young pencil no cover TV remote one say your papa child show through no. What did they make?
That's a granite TV remote.
Not TV no remote in the work there. So all I'm trying to say is that there is a drive, there's a shift towards the digital drive, which in my opinion is the youth's environment. Because we'll be a person called Facebook, WhatsApp, they are using it more. To ye be in that direction, it will favor them. And now, okay, I mean, sis would be a view. Ye mranteni ye maba wano say yanchere wom how to use the internet no properly. Say bio say bin previous and one hwe yi no kofa ne phone or dey ko shepo no. Sa say yan direct wom ye nti onim say oh me hia bibi me fa me phone me timi call a YE for website na ma ko hwe nyuma e wo ho e bia na unqualify e bi mpo na afi na akwala no wo school but okwa akọhwe what will qualify him to get his dream job. Enti me pese dachi me wie school a me ye adwuma wo e bia oil company. Enti oil companies no what is the qualification adwuma be na ye de ko ho enti bia na me ye so and so course edi me be kwa akoye adwuma wo GMPC me ye course we edi me be kwa akoye adwuma wo oil block we e bia obi person oye banker o person oye banker their qualifications are there nti ofa ni phone or kwa akohwe say me person da achi me ye adwuma wo banker e de na me ye ne na ebetumi amamanya bank adwuma nti no there are so many things that we are trying to guide the children.
We remember jama din ho na ya share difference elsewhere monafo want to akwan ebu ha na okusua de Germany UK na ebia any other country okwa kusua de platforms ahodo a ewo ho any social media no there na different between ye hun ha no ene wo mo eho ade ba koamenim ne say other jurisdiction ye bibia no makwan ma no ba internet no so for public consumption but here ya hide bibia ewom eno epa ho a ade be na ekoso a ebia ye different na ye ya ha na wo se ensa etumi eka
we are clear all over the world ni say odi hwe emabunu na adesua okay ti say no o teacher ti me questions na wa WhatsApp amam na mo aye mo ye mu bibia wi a na answers na wo ho no na bia se mu ni portal schools na akọ mo anim no omo ba bia wo ye questions ni bia odi kogu na o teacher akọfa wo mo a eni hwe no kra no utumi send na akọra no wi a na wa san WhatsApp ama ni teacher or wo question bia na wa WhatsApp ama ni teacher and na teacher wo direction bia na o dey ato ne so the basic ones no virtually every child can use but me there were your conversation where you say most platforms are tempted to be discussing Yewura Mahama Niama or Kika. Okay. Mesre Ubia say Niama Papa Nana Danko Akufo-Addo are buying any New Yewura Baumia are buying a woman Niama Papa or more yeno. Ne botae pa o peso ye Mahama botae ba akupe. Say na na do nam. Almost say 1D1F no e fiasco.
Mahama nkan ho asem bi o.
Exactly. Wa who say 1D1F no say spring ya pa.
Nkan ho asem bi o.
1D1F no what does it seek to achieve? It seeks to one industrialize. Number 2 1D1F no provide jobs. Jobs na jobs I want cry na tema. Anata kradi, anata kronfi job I providing our locality. These things are things that may advise MPP for say focus on them. Who say me obi kanyama Mahama ko kanyama say me nkan wan say you. Who be some question me call program dia na otu sadia no tumu me da me huna me ma fa me positive side na me jai me magama lizard ababe pure for only one reason. Niama na do ye no. Niama opa huntuma no doso. There will be no time to speak about them. Mahamani. Inti onimunti no se onam ena o shada o tu anwia ana o tu aboa egu park no so. Inti okotu ba akutuma na all communicators e bia me ne baba manager ma say ya hwe ni here you go to a program and the host directs you. What did the American host no be some question bia na 94 sorry I'm not interested any longer.
But that's it.
What we have to do now is to attempt to focus on the good things that Anado is delivering. Agenda 111 is coming. They have started cutting sorts. Things have started happening. These are the things I'm entreating my people.
But that's why I'm trying to get to Memra Jamadin Sonafi and twas so Kens F4 near Mamoato, near Mano, BBT stress freezer, TV, a hot door, Samsung, a media, and any can washing machine. Now, what a chawadi, enti, and someone pokia, Siama Saman, or Fanco, Afi, Techiman, when she, Hoyina, one outlet, maybe ewo hofre 0200421004, 0200421004. One more, a sorrow no power no shake a cranamaro, if you are no pegana cocoa no be, now or the afra, only being so, pet chocolate, that one no, a juma sa. Cocoa product ahodo a wo Ghana ha nyina no mo me patronize sebe a economy no so ebetumi agina nice wo bra ye de sika so to adepa sanse no na na hoden no wo so won be wo malaria obehia Ruta mixture for malaria, Ruta Titanic for typhoid, and a Ruta life on so boa attreme unipedia no ama wa holding akoso sell paying so called pharmacy shop chemical sellers on moton or can she drag in hormone ebuso entisa we obi a malaria pa wadru a Ruta phrase 0244 503-443 0244-503-443 Jama di ma me emra so na fi ye to aso ye bre no kwa na ekro still on social media and other areas or more echo mia bi ko sua de no ne ade o hwe ne ayeye hu Ghana ha na o hwe ne ekọ so ewu bi a USA ekọ so Canada ana ekọ so ewo UK nkomodie ne nkitahodie ahodo aya na ekọ so wo masua mu ene ne ma ahodo a ewo social media no difference bi wo mana se ye ha ne ayeye hu ne ne ewo ho ne na ya de kro
see say na wo kan ye o ka say I might be how mumpene Emma Unfe Bibia to social media. Censorship is very important. But Ghana no practices censorship. Ye be more MOBI the open. Nevertheless, a non warranty and I may acquaint say, yes, sorry, near the epe. One thing I've realized, having encountered other African people from other African countries, one thing I've realized, I say, Ghana no, we seem to have a certain mentality. Who can be for Ghana? Now, other African Nipano, or no, like, you know, or no, you're happy, say, at least African country, no. Now, Abeka say, oh, I say Ghana, see. And all what the person is going to say are negative. Oko online says here, now to for Kenya, who to for Rwanda, who to for other African countries. The things they are doing need near my Ghana Hanum no. It would mean fun compare. We are far advanced than them. Even in Rwanda, when you take out Kigali is the only city in Rwanda which has developed. But in Ghana, development has been shared at least fairly across all regions. Oba Accra developed to a certain standard. Kumasi developed to a certain standard. Tamale developed to a certain standard. Then, also how these people project their country compared to things we say about Ghana. I'm sorry to say. Then you ask yourself, what kind of mentality am I Ghana for you? When you go outside the country and you get to interact with people, you realize how far Ghana has gone in the world. Look, you can't develop a country without having a database of people living in the country. National identification cards. For 8 good years, not a single card was issued when the NDC came into power. But you know country, or maybe you know a bit me develop it without those database. And then the project is almost at completion. Then you come to education. China, 40 years back, wasn't the China we are seeing today. It took strategic investment in education that brought China to be a withdrawal. And then we are making sure the majority of the people, whether say Oya Tengaba, Oya Sakinaba, Oya Memunaba, Oya Adwa Mansaba, irrespective of your social background, that of your family, to get basic education. I usually tell people, says no, it took me 4 years to go to SS. And I went to the north to go and enjoy the Nkrumah free SHS for the northern sector. And I'm doing my master's at Miyevi. But now me need obi supporting me for me to go to secondary school. That opportunity was created. Me and I never dreamt Mansoon Daikra University. And it was because I was able to cross that boundary of secondary school. An opportunity in the buy. That is how certain people were, I think somewhere last month, let me follow the news on this girl. A friend or this musician girl will be by that girl. Very nice girl, young, energetic, with a good voice. Or started no be a bogeneso. Then Obe called silent for a while. Not knowing he said, Nima make a baby. Nima make a baby no. After ni JSS no went to me and Nyako SS because ne be nifi. And in 2015 no we school. Okasene mama si be nifi. Into until nefi na 2016. Ye bobo no access obi to me school. 2016 is obaye went to me anko. And ani mama ko care baby. At that time, if free SHS were to be there, who believe it say akola ni beko koye drugs. who believe it's a akolano anka kwanya offer so man na brabo basana nke betimi abatsa. It's just because that opportunity wasn't there. And today, I'm in Okasa. A lot of that girls' people are living testimonies of the policies, free SHS policies I are implementing. People go around trying to make it look as if say, and a free SHS no, and ya the papa na in Kolane bre, and then look. When the colonial leaders decided to introduce free education in the north, and Kroma, Ebeshi Umukenano. Now there was no secondary school in the 3 northern region, as CCAF 5 northern region. In Kroma Beshi Umukenana, there was only 1 secondary school, which was in the northern region. And San Omubenya School and Mekoye and Avrongo Senior High School, which is the second senior high school in the entire 3 northern region, CCIF 5 northern region. Today, as I'm speaking, a lot of them have gotten opportunities. You could find police for almost passing through that. You could find soldier for PD4 almost passing through that. You find vice presidents almost passing through that system. What shows say, Adia ye Obi Otong Edria Sokodria about 20-30 years to come ain't member than the president of this country. So when people go around no more and Adriani Crow Moody look. Me call you know, there was a storm. Storm during no out of the 10 houses no better than 4. So in and out we have to be boxed into those 4 houses. People were even sleeping outside. Sanya call you school. It didn't affect my education. I had a determination when I went to school to acquire knowledge. Me kaina me shemeti na me hu bibia me free. Me danya me ase for the opportunity. And there me no kasi houses now have been renovated. Into more mobile yetino, they didn't go through those near my yekum. A project any policy a transforming as time goes on. We might face difficulty at the beginning, but in some few years, that difficulty now you face, you know, you best son, you bet me a benefit you be. So look, put the politics aside. Let's look at the national perspective of this project. It is going to benefit all of us. We are going to, your friend say, in Kwalani Bebruna, or more any opportunity no more ghettos. We are virtually taking them out of this.
That's it.
Then the digitization, so about every room.
Okay.
And these are all policies and programs that set a country on the path of development.
Wow.
Ora
Kenyako Ewo Legon, and he is giving us a quotation from the scriptures, Psalm 33:17, 2021, and I quote, "We wait in shalom." You added, Kenyako, that's that has been our problem. So we train ama yashisha dia no na nsa ka bi obi ehia se enkenne no ano ns babo yi na nke ehyebutum be se 1 million Ghana na okono oba obi en ho pese prepare ne mom obi a pese otwen. The NDC in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic also okay me the way ebeba ame enkofa we enfree Cindy Bay Ewo Kaswa. She says the aquaculture initiative is one of the greatest projects the ruling MPP government has put in place to provide food and jobs for the country. The MPP party really thinks about the well-being and has the interests of its citizens at heart. Long live Nanado, long live Hawa Kumsen, you added. Solomon Kwe says, good morning. Regards to my party faithfuls, as long as this demonic group called NDC exists, I tell you, Ghanaians will not have our peace. Mahama is shallow and empty, and the only thing he will continue to do is their propaganda. MPP should adopt a strategy to nip the NDCs in the mud. We should do the same old do the same old things and expect to get different results. Okay, so Monkey Ena Odewe by. And this one says, I was greatly impressed by you interviewing Mr. Annan. This is the message for now. The youth and the public officers need to think a little bit more about Ghana. Uncle P, also made us say, or the Ababe joining. And then, okay, Auntie Rosemont, United States, thanks for joining us. Good morning. That's also Kayo. And a pen of my mom, Munyan, and TSA. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, and Mame Hajia Mariama Baumia were free. Said the medical can be update to Moyako and Imkakra Crano, Bibi or Hobia, and Swebema Moati. And this one is coming from Isa Yuma, UK. He says, Honorable Yamufama, the best morning political show host in Ghana. Okay, that's it. And then I'm listening to you live from London. May the Almighty Allah bless Mr. President and Vice President. The MPP party around the world, this is Yuma, UK, and Odewe, by also, that's a bribia UTA. Husseini Salifu, Kaswa Zongo, for government to, digitization, and also do premix. Oh, okay. I had that too. So, it's a good news. This will definitely eliminate the fuel diversion. Okay. You added good morning to our Kumse. Mama G and so Ewo Kaso. Akufo-Addo administration is doing very well in every aspect of his governance. Yesterday, the Fisheries Ministry informed us about what the government is doing and intend to do. Kudos to Hawa Kumsen, Minister for Fisheries. MPP is breaking the 8, whether do or die. We're so joining a John Dramani Mahama. Or Safujan. Okay, where baby I didn't know, forgive me. Samson, a Reverend Bafu, also so forgive me. Boss, why the moment on you know. Apart from asking the government to go to IMF, what advice again can Mr. Mahama give to President Akufo-Addo? Good morning, this is Jonas Sefum. That's also the Odia Abba. On one day, can say, Mampenimi and Shiana, the forum or the Deo. Yakwe Nimia Kwakuwi, Enti Rainbow Elkaswa, Charlie, good morning. He says, President Akufo-Addo is on course and fulfilling his promises. Indeed, MPP deserves more years to make Ghana a better place to be. Long live Ghana, long live Hawa Kumsen, long live His Excellency the President. Kudos to Hawa Kumsen for her good works at the Fisheries Ministry. Rainbow Kaswa and Ode we by. Yakwakuwi, Ernest. 2 minutes, Yakuwi.
Intermediate, yeah, baby, no. Baby, may land day on the first one, but was over. The most important thing, no Ghana for your best friend Obi Piara. Mahama Shani Campea say, media baby, imagine a beer no meka. But can have several types. So no say one money whom fear me no 6 million. And to say or money whom fear me and son will be winning a ban. Obi Piara o tear me. Mahama, thank you. On thank you, Biao. It's none of our business. The Yenimuni say, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Ghana for to Abama no sombe buana yensi Ghana mine shebre. Into my way shebre. And he said, Nima bedi into your see obey factories, none ma etumi edi woman say juma no more di ye. Factories no factory and maku over 200. There were various stages of completion. And you be a year or more juma
factories, dam, ambulance. Ora John Dramani Mahama, ni yon kan wasembi. Do kan se mo akronfo ntimo nko na bia no bia bibi te so.
Se obi e konfo a Ghana for na be kire. Se ya yete hai. Nanado ye ne factories na o kan se obeye no. Nana Danko Akufo-Addo free SHS or see obeye no okoswa oye oguswa oye bibia obi ani wa ya pam ni ba school fees omuka say ye na sonkonsi owi nkwala na de ensi ye nkwala na eko school na menu Jamal aka bi sese a na media to so na obehu say free SHS na Danko Akufo-Addo ye no e so wo mfaso pa. The Tosu Miensa American say, Nanado Eka say, or no Nanado Bedia, dear. Obe boy yang Ghana for your humbai. One security cameras na work room no. One say yeah juma is working. Yes, police for kora asha say yusu dey check your road traffic niama.
Madam will be catch them say we drew baby a camera and one police in the because can then I police in the house we now one see the two see the camera and also be capture. And I'm saying Master you need to money the two money one say you also be the cameras in here.
Cameras na boy. No, my man can't just. Those days when NDC focus and yeah police visibility and a police visibility no na do buy no be say no and I make can dey be say na danko akufo-addo for police visibility no it say can na ubisa me say emrante nante no mo akofili form e wo YE office to see atena wo fie tena wo dem fa wo phone fa wo laptop na register uti fie no obi afrɛ open loan or banker tena wo fie tena wo dem call online na ko fill bank no form the obe fill bia attachment bia wo pesa wo de attach no mbeka se fa attach uti wo fie
no send it
na wo send it kwa uti wo fie na ya fra say wo sika ye ready bra beje ana o e bia niama na wo send ba ye no akawei nti sign fa ka ho bra wo de ka ho bra ye send ade no ma wa no wa sign wo wo dem ho na wa sign send ama wo mo uti wo dem ni afra say wo sika na ye ready wo bank account mu kona ko yi enu kra wo san tifie wo pa na wa twen free account no ma be gu wo momo so na wa ko afikyire ho na wa ko akoyi wo mobile money vendor ho de Ghana ni ko no niama papa ye be ka ho asem no se Muhammad Dwin se obe odinada nkontompo eni niama be dane Ghana fo adwene ama ya kwohwe ye chibiom Ghana fo se mu refi amun kai ba bia ye wura John Agyapong kufo de oman yi ko duru ye ansa na Atamils ba be fa na obe fa ye no Atamils ba be ji oman yi so obe di so no na oman Ghana na bank frɛ o sɛ bra na sika wo ho bra na se ko hye wadwuma mu omo be free so no na wow dey ada bank no na ye di na afi na wo ko bank na ye san hye wo free blues ansa na wo nsa ka wo sika senti niama ya fa mu atwam ni Ghana for mu ntie na ye mfa mbo ye ho kokko
Jamadin before so be end no baby a okote e bia no aboa pa because and your submission is
anya butre
they say oh I say the okasa no anya butre no they have to what say baby okoshe no wasesa submission wasesa obi anyama bibi okasa nya mehwe ni say dina ade ni sisi so sa no achocho na ade ba ya Sali
bedase Isa Oyomati onim say Isa Oyoma the Nasara coordinator for MPP UK Obojuma Dempa also a communication member and bibi will be a Bebompire man Obojuma de Nyamishra and Sena Okan vice president Adiato Nini so the Adiato Yeni na Yeni if you are ever cool ako send a condolence to your conventional yaman your condolences ti on nebusian na me momo yako nyamemfa yemame enkra sie the medi chat one say usually no etesempinyi for mo man mo omusia ye mbebuno no mon kai say in 2005 President Omampinyi Kufuor enya the second term now NDC for strategizing and the strategy was to put in foot through and co amount for any inti inkontom popi and we try or make can some akase and a way we yet to meet or not yako create bank statement say amount for bank statement ni sika egumuni and we na the richest person normal line up appointees of the government and on the trophy in 2009 omunya akonya ebedi man yeso when you be so almost say in some way na original platform we so kan omoka say almost say oh and the senior kadidiago ni na ye nkontompo campaign talks platform talks are ye can edida de nipa no be dada o no be nyetumi a then na nipa ne betimi aye ye hu ne bibia ye hu mu bibia de o betimi aye but we should ask ourselves on which path and of mining nam crime bear so no mining nam kwan a ɔman nam ɛyɛ mpuntum kwan a na asɛden hwɛ oba Africa ha ɛnyɛ Ghana ana West Africa kra ɛnyɛ Ghana ɛna ɛyɛ the highly populated West African country inti so ɔman bi va bɛyɛ over bɛ set up factory like the VW assembly plant like the Toyota assembly plant any automobiles na ɔmbɛhwɛ baby omokwa ombenya ready market ombenya amfo ombeto bebre na Lagos population Ghana population
Daddy.
But omuhu Nigeria and omutwa Nigeria boy omuhu other countries no mucho money na boy and omuba Ghana. It should tell you there is something hidden in Ghana. Look, factories are popping up na yen enye adia osore ya no waye. It takes deliberate and strategic framework and it me inviting and it me attracting saha neomenina and the Germany so we per se or money kasasene bay or vas we produce vaccines in Ghana. Ghana is not the best of African countries, but it's sang near my yes maybe Uti will crash in our door because of the and found. But it goes a long way to develop a minus and a beya miduni na benya auto. Digitization of premise. Before MPP bar abeng 2017, we had every day near 10 news and a premix shortage and it has been diverted. It has and then premise a cost cool. Aside that, you digitize the front on the Senate. You just need to go on your phone and to go on the digital platform and apply for premise. No, baby, so convenience, efficiency, and the country is on the track to deliver. To transform.
For coming. Akuya says, please ask the gentleman in the studio with us that how the dams are working. Are they really working satisfactorily? I want to know. Akuya, but you can't answer that. Say, it's time. Now, once Rajon Dramani Mahama and Kanwa it is working. Say, yeah, you may, yeah. And Kabe Homes of the Casmedi can't catch us or Yah Wasam. The whole year pet now a giant Wasam can say, baby, or did any actual offense 2008, your man one is a more cromful. Woman yet among Nebimra, Nayani, or more ensemo. And that's already. I mean, come, I may add my bishia. Charlie, you best I share you. Thanks for coming. On a boy production here, Jifa, but Solomon Sasumas, I got Nasa Vidia, Cosla, Sinti, Abuaje, Focus, Edbo4, Agyapong, Safo, Quesinin Siafi, almost a boy, MCR, Abu Karim, and Ejano, Edamwase, Wishi, Vice President, our condolences, Yanko Ponfa, Ya Mame, any Nana, Ya Yamenam, the Vice President, Che Ghana. On fan cry in see. You better cause what the team was said here in Shebe Kobe and you better have the team. Yamia watch on the paper share crowd.